Hello everybody. We're going to be talking about some factoring today. Quadratic trinomials. I got 6 examples to show you. This is factoring. It's a little more complicated than basic factoring of quadratic trinomials. And some call it the AC method. And you notice all of these are in standard form. We have coefficients A, B, and C. Well, we call it the AC method because you take the A and the C number, in this case 3 times 2, multiply it to get 6, and then the question we ask is what factors of 6 add up to the B number, 7. Alright, so if you think about that, what factors of 6 add up to 7? The only ones that work are 6 and 1. The numbers 6 and 1. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. This is how we set up our answer. We're not done with it. I know normally when you factor quadratic trinomials and the A number is just a 1, it's very simple. It's a lot simpler than this. But we have a couple extra steps here. We're now going to go back to A. We're going to look at that A number, 3, and then we divide each number by it. If it divides, great. That'll be part of our answer. So 6 over 3 is 2. X plus 2 is one of the parts, one of the factors of the answer. But notice the 3 does not divide from the 1 evenly. If that happens, we just shove that 3 in front. 3x plus 1. And that is the factored form of that number 1, the first quadratic trinomial. X plus 2 times 3x plus 1. Now you can always check it if you FOIL your answer. FOIL is a type of multiplying binomials, first, outer, inner, last. You certainly can do that to check to see if you got the right one, you factored it correctly. Let's try number 2 here. Notice our two A and C numbers, 5 and 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So we're looking for factors of 10 that add up to 11. Factors of 10 that add up to 11. The only two that work are 10 and 1. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. That's the setup for our answer. We're not done yet. We have this intermediate step we're working on. Then you go back to the A, and we divide each of the numbers by A. If it divides, great. If it doesn't divide, put the number out in front. There we go. 5x plus 1. So the factored form of that quadratic trinomial for number 2 is x plus 2 times 5x plus 1. Go to number 3. Our A and our C is 2 and 3. So we're looking for factors of 6 that add up to 5. And this time it's 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. So this is not the final answer, it's just the setup. Go back to the A number, this 2, and divide each of these by 2. If it divides, great. If it doesn't, put the number in front of the corresponding x. So 3 doesn't divide by 2. We have 2x plus 3. Number 4, you have 3 times 7 is 21. We're looking for factors of 21 that add up to 10, and those two numbers are 7 and 3. 7 times 3 is 21, but 7 plus 3 is 10. Here's our intermediate setup. Divide each by the A number. The 3 over 3 divides, and that's great. Bring the 3 out in front since it didn't divide into the 7 evenly. 3x plus 7, x plus 1 is the answer. Number 5, we take 4 times the 10 and get 40. We're looking for factors of 40 that add up to negative 13. Those numbers are negative 8 and negative 5. Keep in mind, negative 8 times negative 5 is a positive 40, but if we add those together, we get negative 13. So let's get that written here. X minus 5 and x minus 8. It's an intermediate step. Go back to A and divide each number by it. If it divides, great. If it doesn't, put the 4 out in front of the x. That's what happens on the second term. 8 divided by 4 is 2. That works perfectly. Our final answer is x minus 2 times 4x minus 5. Finally, 3 times negative 6 is a negative 18. And we want factors of negative 18 that add up to negative 17. Those two numbers would be negative 18 and positive 1. So here's our intermediate step, x minus 18 and x plus 1. Go back to the a number, 3. Divide each of our terms by it. If it divides, wonderful. But if it doesn't, put the 3 out in front of the x. And here are 6 examples of factoring quadratic trinomials when a is something other than 1. A is greater than 1. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped.